everybody, I'm SARI Cohen, and we are here at the Line LA getting a look at the nominees of this year's Film Independent Spirit Awards. Let's take a first look. Now in its 35th year, the Film Independent Spirit Awards is an annual celebration honoring artist-driven films made with an economy of means by filmmakers whose films embody independence and originality. The Spirit Awards recognizes the achievements of American independent filmmakers and promotes the finest independent films of the year to a wider audience.
This is without a doubt one of the most exciting days of the year for us, for all of us at Film Independent. For the last several months, our nominating committees have been watching and debating a record number of submissions. We had over 500 films that were eligible this year to come up with today's nominations, and today we get to spill the beans.
You joined this team in 2012.
Yes.
And you've seen some exponential growth through then. What is your magic touch?
I don't know what my magic touch is, but I can tell you that as tough as the film industry is, and we hear so much about how things are changing and film is hard, what I've seen is really exponential growth of interest and the audience for independent film, people who care about great filmmaking. They may not even call it independent film, but people are looking for more than the studio franchises and the superhero stuff. They really are. Our membership in the last 5 years, our membership has more than doubled. And people are joining because they care about great filmmaking, great storytelling. And by becoming a member of Film Independent, you get to vote on the Spirit Awards. You get screeners, you get access to watch all the films, and then you get to be part of the community that votes. So I think that's really what has driven a lot of why people are joining and why this community is growing.
Our first presenter can be seen in Atlanta, The Joker, and Deadpool 2. Our second presenter is the Emmy-nominated actress, executive producer, co-creator, director, and star of Russian Doll. Please help me welcome the wonderful Zazie Beetz and Natasha Lyonne.
The 2020 Film Independent Spirit Award nominees in the category of Best Supporting Female are Jennifer Lopez, Hustlers, Taylor Russell, Waves, Zhao Shuzhen, The Farewell, Lauren Lolo Spencer, Give Me Liberty, and Octavia Spencer, Loose.
The nominees in the category of Best Supporting Male are Willem Dafoe, The Lighthouse, Noah Jupe, Honey Boy, Shia LaBeouf, Honey Boy, Jonathan Majors, The Last Black Man in San Francisco, Wendell Pierce, Burning Cane.
But you're not making movies. What kind of movies are you watching?
I tend to really watch, I think, old movies. I love dead people. It's one of my favorite people, dead. And so, yeah, anything featuring anyone dead, directed by anyone dead, written by dead people, that's really my sweet spot. Yes, thank you.
I love that. It's like keeping the spirit alive, literally.
Yeah. It's yes, and then it's just about the work. It's not about the, in this moment, I'd like to work with Orson Welles, Tech on a Veil, you know what I mean?
Ask you your favorites. What are you feeling? What are you feeling for?
Okay. I love The Lighthouse so much. I think Willem and Robert did an amazing job. Truly, I was just so inspired. And obviously Robert Eggers, I think you can see his growth, and I love his leaning into sort of this fabled world, and I think it's just wonderful. I think the Honey Boy is wonderful. Noah Jupe is so fantastic. He's also British, by the way, which I don't think people realize. And he's 12 and does a perfect American accent. Well, he's older now, but and I think just Shia sort of opening up and telling his story, it must have been a really, I know the producer on that actually, it was a really, I think a vulnerable process for him, and I think as a creator, it's great to see opening up and showing yourself and sharing yourself with the world in a way that makes you feel comfortable and safe is I think wonderful, and is I think important, and we see here today it resonates with people, and so yeah, I'd say those two are off the top of my head my favorites.
What trends in particular are you seeing this year with the films that were nominated?
Well, this year I feel like there's such diversity to the work. It's hard to identify a single trend, but what excites me, when I look at the whole list of nominees, what excites me is you have these more veteran filmmakers like Terrence Malick or Bong Joon-ho or Noah Baumbach coming, and they're back with some of their best work ever. And then you have these complete emerging filmmakers who you see represented at the Cassavetes or Best First Feature, really incredible fresh voices. And seeing that mix of the veterans and the up-and-comers is what it's so distinctive to the Spirit Awards and what really sets it apart from other award shows.
What is your personal hope for the future of independent filmmaking?
I feel like this is a really exciting moment for independent film, and it's becoming more and more international. What I am excited to see, because it's becoming easier to make films, and with the online platforms, it's easier to share films. I mean, globally, you can reach a global audience. So I think when filmmakers are starting out now, they shouldn't just think about, the indie art house audience that you might have referenced 10 or 15 years ago. Now the audience really should be the world.
And that's the latest on the Spirit Awards. I'm SARI Cohen. See you next time.